Hello everyone and welcome to this new playthrough on Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Pokemon Infinite Fusion is... I'll do that real quick. So, Pokemon Infinite Fusion is a fan game. It is not an official game made by Game Freak. But it is a very good game with a lot of interesting ideas, and I'm quite happy to share it with you. So let's start. For this, because I already played through the game once, at least almost to the end, and I unlocked the New Game Plus, which will allow me to do a randomizer. So this will be a randomized version of the game, which is included in the base game. It's not a mod that you have to download or anything. As long as you beat the Elite Four in the main game, you unlock the randomizer mode. The age does not matter that much, it doesn't change anything. My name, so I'll be Maya. And this is our information. So I will have to set up the randomizer first. I do want to randomize the Pokemon. I want them randomized per area. The difference here is global randomizer will randomize the Pokédex. So if there is, for example, 150 Pokemon in this game, there will still be 150, but each time that I should encounter a Rattata, for example, it will be randomized and it could be another Pokemon. The randomizer includes Pokemon from all first 7 generations, I believe. And area is per area. So if Route 1 has 2 Pokemon, for example, there will be 2 randomized Pokemon on Route 1. But let's say that Route 1 should have a Rattata and Route 2 should also have a Rattata. The Rattata slot of Route 2 could be a different Pokemon. It won't necessarily be the same as on Route 1. So this allows to encounter more Pokemon. So I'll go per area. As much as possible, I would like to include only Pokemon with custom sprites, because the non-custom sprites are ugly. I do want to randomize the starters. I do want to randomize the static encounters, the gift Pokemon, and I don't want to fuse everything. I do not want to include Pokemons that are fused already. I'd rather fuse them myself. Thank you. So I will confirm. Do I want the trainers to have randomized Pokemon? No. I only want my wild Pokemon to be randomized. Same for the gym trainers. I don't want to randomize the gym trainers Pokemon. I will keep them as intended in the game. But I do want to randomize the item. Here we have the choice between mapped and dynamic. Mapped is basically when I create after this, choosing the settings for the randomizer, it will attribute every item. So every item will be decided before I start playing the game, basically. And dynamic is every item is decided as I pick them up. So for example, if I save, then pick an item, I could reload, pick up that same item, but it will not be the same item because it is decided as I pick it up. I will go for mapped for my own playthrough to avoid being tempted to cheese by reloading and picking up an item multiple times to get a better one. I want to randomize the items picked on the ground, the TMs, the given items, given TMs. I will randomize the shop items as well, but not the trainer held items. I want to keep the trainers and the gym leaders as authentic as possible to the game, the base game. So those are the settings that I'll go for, and yes, this is a rando. Now there is a degree of randomness, which is something very interesting that I find that this game includes. There is something called the BST, the base stat total, which is when you take all the stats of the Pokemon at the highest level, I think, and that you add them together, it gives a certain amount. The higher the base stat total, the higher or the stronger the Pokemon is. So what this is offering is, do you want a difference? If, for example, you should have a Pokemon with 400 BST, do you want me to only replace it with another Pokemon that also has 400 BST, or do you want me to go up to per se 450 or down to 350. So I will tell the game the range that I want more or less the Pokemon to be. I don't know what is good. I've never really done that. I don't know what the BSTs of the Pokemon. So I'll go with 100. 100 seems fine. As you can see, with 30, you could have like Chikorita instead of Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Sandshrew. With 300, you could have Charizard or Magikarp, which are both way insane, way too strong, or way not strong enough. So I think 100 should be a good middle ground. Something that is about the same power, maybe a bit more powerful, maybe a bit less powerful, but not too much. So I'll go with 100. Confirmation that starters are on, wild Pokemon are on per area, trainers are off, static encounters on, gift Pokemon on, items off, TMs on. I did put the items on. Select the rando options. Items are on everywhere. Yeah, why did it say off? Huh. Or trainer held items, maybe. That this is what it referred to. Okay. Alright. So, that should be fine. Yeah, I don't know why it says item off. Are those settings correct? Yes, they are. So the file is being generated. And there we go. As easy as that. I want the game difficulty to be normal. I want to experience it as normal as possible. The game type will also be normal, so there are fusions and every 2 Pokemon in this game. So if you take 2 Pokemon, they have 2 fusions, because there is a Pokemon that will be referred to as the head, and a Pokemon that will be referred to as the body. So if I take 2 Pokemon, for example, I don't know, Squirtle and Charmander, there is a fusion where Charmander is the body and Squirtle the head, and a fusion where Squirtle is the body and Charmander the head. Some trainers and gym leaders will have fused Pokemon. And basically here what the game is asking is, do you want the intended fusions or do you want the reversal? So for example, if Brock is supposed to have a Pokemon that is a fusion of Onix and Geodude, Onix as the body and Geodude as the head, if I go reversed, he will instead have Geodude as the body and Onix as the head. In that case, it doesn't change anything, but there are cases where it does change the type of the Pokemon, for example. So I will go normal, I don't want it reversed. I do want to experience the game as normally as possible, just with my Pokemon being randomized. Do you want to turn autosave on? Yeah, sure, why not? Automatically download missing sprites? Yeah. You can modify the various settings in the options. Thank you. Skip the intro? No, so because it's a new game plus, because I already did the game, they are offering me to skip the intro, and I love that. I love this possibility of saying, hey, I don't want to sit through a bunch of dialogue again, but for the sake of this, I will be going through the intro. And as it starts, you may see in the title, either of the stream or the video, that it's a debugged playthrough. I will explain what that means a little later. I'm not forgetting to explain it, I just want to get in the game, and once I'm in the game, I'll do some explanation about that. So Silphco is now proud to announce the new product that will revolutionize Pokemon battling. Introducing the DNA Splicers. This revolutionary new device extracts the DNA of 2 Pokemon and combines them to create an entirely new species. Select any 2 Pokemon, use your DNA Splicers on them, and just watch the magic happen before your eyes. Fused Pokemon can learn moves from both elves, which gives them an edge over regular Pokemon. And you can now try it in your very own Pokemon, on your very own Pokemon. DNA Splicers now available for purchase at every Pokemart. Maybe because we randomized that, so maybe not. Who knows? Alright, so this is us. We're here. I want to see if I have something in my... There's a potion, so I'll grab it. I'll go down. Maya! We received a letter for you. It's from the Pokemon League. Here, open it. Dear Maya, we are pleased to announce that your Pokemon League application has been accepted. You are hereby recognized as an official Pokemon trainer. You can now earn badges to take part in the Pokemon League Challenge. You will find your trainer card attached to this letter. And hi in the chat! We wish you the best of luck, the Pokemon League Admission Board. Maya obtained the trainer card. So, what did it say? They accepted your Pokemon trainer application? Maya, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Oh, isn't that boy next door receiving his first Pokemon today as well? I overheard Professor Oak talking about it. What is that name that everyone calls him again? No, it's not Blue. For the sake of good camaraderie and rivalry, this is gonna be Jaden, my good buddy. Oh yes, that's right. Well, I'm sure that you and Jaden will have a ton of fun on your Pokemon journey together, because can I play a Pokemon game and not call my rival Jaden? Not really. Well, that's it, dear. I'm not holding you here any longer. Go have fun on your adventure. I also want to explain real quick something important that is relatively new and old at the same time for my channel. A question has been asked to me recently that I had to address, and I want to be sure that everyone knows the answer. I've been asked if someone was to write to me in French in the chat, would I answer in French or English? And I have a decision to take about that, and I decided that I want to be myself. I want to have fun, and I'm not doing this for money, I'm doing this because it's fun. So, for both Twitch and YouTube, the rule stays the same. I want to be myself, I want to offer you myself, and if you don't like it, then you can go look somewhere else. But I am bilingual, I speak 2 languages, and therefore I decided that if I am addressed in French, then I will answer in French. And if it's something that is important or interesting, then I'll roughly translate it in English for the people that don't speak French. But I will mostly be streaming in English, meaning that the game will be in English, I'll be reading the dialogue in English, I won't translate it in French. But the questions from the chat or the commentary from the chat, then if it's in French, I'll answer in French. That being said, I also... Alright, never mind. Yo, Maya. Guess who just got accepted as an official Pokemon trainer? That's right, me. Huh, you got a letter too? I'm surprised they let you in. I assumed they had higher standards. Well, I guess there's no point in bragging about mine now then. Anyway, Rems told me he's going to give me my first Pokemon. He went to Viridian City to run an errand, but he told me to wait for him at the lab. See ya! Nice try, Ithrak. I know that you know a little bit of French, but that your first language is English, but just to humor you, je vais bien. Et toi? And also, I guess thanks Jace for the follow. Before I continue, I can explain it actually after this cutscene. Maya, careful! I stopped you just in time. And there's so many dialogues I'm not gonna do, or I say I'm not gonna do voices and I will end up doing voices anyway, but I'm not gonna do voices. There are styled Pokemon that way. It's dangerous to go without a Pokemon. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. Isn't today the day you're supposed to receive your first Pokemon? Come, follow me to my lab. It'll be better to talk there. As you can see, this is a remake of Gen 1, so we're in Kanto. I say it's a remake of Gen 1, but not quite just Gen 1. This game also includes Gen 2, so we will be doing Kanto, and there is Johto after, which is why you can see on the UI that there is 16 badges, because there's 2 games in this game. It is time for you to set out on your journey. Go and grab your Pokemon off the table. No fair? Why does Maya always get to pick first? you'll get one too, Jaden. Be patient. Oh yeah, Jaden is really impatient. So what are the choices? There's Mentike. No, I don't want to choose Mentike. Thank you. There's Beldum. I do not want to choose Beldum. And Shroomish. Huh. Okay, which Pokemon do I want to choose? Knowing that I will not keep that Pokemon. Because I'll take Mentike. I think... I honestly think that the best choice for me is to take Mentike if I don't want the opponent to be too strong against me. So I will choose Mentike. And now will be the time for me to explain what do I mean by debugged playthrough. So you choose Mentike, huh? Well, Gramps just got me one of these new DNA splicer that they were talking about on TV. So I guess I'll take the other two and try it out on them. And yes, I know that you're a pineapple, it's fine. Ah yes, DNA splices are used to combine the DNA of two Pokemon together to create an entirely new species of Pokemon. It works on every Pokemon, of course. I would give you some as well, Maya, but unfortunately this was my last pair. Good luck on your journey. So, yeah, he gets to have the other two Pokemon, so there is no Pokemon abandoned in the lab. But before we continue, hold on. This is a debugged playthrough. What that means is I gave myself access to the debug tool. I am not going to explain how I did that, but I will roughly explain what a debug tool is. It's basically a tool that allows you to modify the code of the game, so to modify the data of the game. And it's used usually by playtesters, so people that playtest the game, to create specific scenarios, specific environments to try them out and be sure that everything works correctly. You don't have access to that debug tool in the basic game. I'm not going to explain how I got it, as I said, but I got it. So, with that debug tool, I'll be doing a few things to make this run slightly more casual for myself, and I'm not meaning more easy when I say more casual. I am not going to use it to overly cheat and make it too easy for me. What I will be doing is things like give myself infinite rare candy just so that I can avoid having to grind. Not to over level, but just to avoid having to grind is the reason I'll be using them. So there's a few things like that. And every time we reach a new use of the debug tool, I will explain it. If I tell everything now, it will be a little bit too much. But the first thing I'll be doing with this debug tool is create my own starter. This starter is going to be a little bit powerful for this point of the game because, I mean, why wouldn't I make a good starter, like the best starter possible? Technically in-game possible. Technically, not as a starter, but technically an in-game possible Pokemon that will be my starter. So yeah, it will be a bit too strong for the beginning, but by the end it won't be at all. So let's start with that. I'll go to Pokemon. No, first I need to debug a new Pokemon in, because it will be a fusion. So Pokemon option, add Pokemon, Pokemon number 1. Pokemon level 5, and I obtained Mentike. No, I don't want to give a nickname to Mentike. So now I will, with the debug tool, change the species to the number. Oh wait, I can do that with my controller. Oh yeah, that's another super good thing with this game. It supports controller uses, so I'm using currently a controller. I don't even have, I'm not using keyboard and mouse, and that is super good. So I want Pokemon number 59, I think. Yep, that's the one I wanted. Now you may say, hey, no fair, that's an Arcanine. Why don't you take a Growlithe? Because I want the custom fusions And unfortunately, Growlithe does not have a custom fusion as head with the Pokemon that I want to fuse it with. So I will go to Arcanine, and as it levels up, when it reaches a point where Growlithe would have learned the move, I will teach that move to the fused Pokemon if I feel like it's a move I would use, because Arcanine does not learn any move. Might help with splicers if they can't be found or bought. Yeah, so Chad is bringing in also a good point. The goal of this game is to do some fusions to have fun. So if I want to be able to do that, I need splicers. Instead of buying the splicers, I'll just debug in one item that is called the Infinite Splicer that you get way later in the game usually, so that I can just fuse things infinitely without having to buy splicers. But for now, let's debug this Mentike and change its species to 151, which is Mew. Now, I know what you're gonna say, it's not fair, it's a legendary, I don't care. It's the Pokemon you can get in the game, and I wanted my starter to be the cutest Pokemon possible. If you assumed that it would be a fusion of Arcanine and Umbreon because you know me, well, think again, it's not. And hi in the chat, I hope that you're doing well tonight. I want to set the gender. Oh, Mew is single gender or genderless. Why does it say female? Can Mew just be a female? That's interesting. So let's fuse them. For that I do need the Infinite Splicer, so I'm gonna debug that in. Item options, add item, and I'll go get the Infinite Splicer. Another item that I will debug in as well is the Teleporter. It basically allows you to use Fly without needing to teach Fly or Teleport, because Teleport does the same thing as Fly in this game, and it replaces Teleport. Infinite. Oh, which one is it? Is it the dark one? I think it's the dark one that does both the splicing and the reversing. So I'll go with that. One is enough. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I will give myself... I'll do that now. I will give myself the Teleporter, just to avoid backtracking, because backtracking is long and painful. And the goal of this playthrough is to experience the story of the game, not to grind and backtrack and kill Pokemon for hours. So Teleporter will be very useful for that. Give myself the Teleporter, thank you. Those are the uses that I'll do of it for now, before this first battle. Now, bag, key item, Infinite Splicers, use, and I'll fuse Arcanine with Mew. And this little boy, this cute boyo, is gonna be our starter. You see it at the top of the screen. It is the cutest, the fluffiest Arcao. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. A sprite made by Lumiosa. So thank you, Lumiosa, for that fluffy, cute, and amazing sprite. This fleet-footed Pokemon is said to run over 6,200 miles in a single day and night. It is capable of making itself invisible at will, so it entirely avoids notice, even if and we don't see the rest. This is a mix of both the dex entries for Arcanine and Mew. That is so cool. Ability will be, I think, Intimidate, plus speed minus special, plus special defenses minus speed, and plus speed minus special defenses. I'll debug the nature I want in anyway. So let's confirm. I will combine the move sets, although Yeah, that's what I thought. It still has the move set. RKU, maybe? Yeah, something like that. It still has the move set of Mentike. So I do have to debug in the proper move set. So let me see, what does Mew start with at level 5? Mew has Pound and Reflect type. And Growlithe has Bite and Roar, so those are the moves that I'm supposed to have. No, I'm still in the Splicer. I will register that. So I'll go to Pokemon, I'll debug. Oh, weird, it took the female gender. Oh well. Sounds better than Arca. It's not Arca, it's Arceu or something like that. Arcau or I don't know, whatever. I want to set nature. I want him to be modest because it will be a special attacker mostly. I want to set the moves. Where is it? Where is it? Moves. Teach move. So it needs bite. I'm sorry, this is a little bit long, but it is an important part. It's our starter, it's the Pokemon we'll have the most. It also needs Roar. It's gonna be faster if I go the other way around. I cannot. Okay, wait. Bite, Roar, Pound, and Reflect type, so they're all towards the end anyway. I think Pound is probably the first one that I'll find. Sorry for the sound. I know that these beeps are not the best to feel, to hear. Hopefully that won't happen too often that I do this. Are there any decent Charmy fusions? Charmander, like, all the starters have a lot of fusions that are super cool, super decent. No matter their stage, so yes, Charmander has a lot of cool fusions. All the loved Pokemon, like... I think I passed Pound. Yeah, Pound is here. All the Pokemon that are loved by the community are usually have a lot of fusions that are cool. There are Pokemon that will make, no matter what they're fused with, it will be cool. Arcanine is one of them. Alright, so another long streak of beeping, because I'm gonna go get Reflect type and then Roar, as those are the moves that I'm supposed to have at this level. It's not all the Pokemon that have fusions, which is why the game is asking you if you want custom sprites. When it doesn't have a custom sprite, usually the game just puts the body of the Pokemon with the colors of the head Pokemon, and it literally just takes the head of that other Pokemon and pastes it on the body of the first Pokemon. Reflect type. You will forget Bubble. You like Arceus' look? It is cool, it is very cute. And Mew is probably my second favorite Pokemon, because both Arcanine and Umbreon are first, together. Mew is probably second with Chi-Yu from the very last Pokemon game. Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, so there is 7 generation of Pokemon, and there's 2 fusion for every possible mix of 2 Pokemon. So the amount of Pokemon is many hundreds of thousands, if not even more than 1 million. So yeah, they don't all have a fusion yet. Alright, so our starter is not super duper good right now. What I will be doing too is... what is primary ability? It's not what I'm... wait. So that's nature, but there's also... Okay, intimidate. It can also have flash fire, synchronize, or justified. I think I'll keep intimidate. Yeah, I'll keep intimidate. The other thing that I wanted to set is HP and status potentially. No. Levels and stat. The EV, IP, and PID. So EVs are datas that you get by battling. I'm not going to touch that. But IVs, the invisible values, are modifiers to the stats that the Pokemon comes with. Sorry, just give me a second. Alright, forgive me for that. So the invisible values are something that the Pokemon comes with. It's randomly rolled, predetermined, so technically it could be maxed out. Technically. Which is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna max out every single stat invisible value. Which is 31, the max for all of them. And hello, Jaden. So this is our good boy, the best possible boy that we could have. If you look at the summary and look at the stats, we can see that special attack is better than regular attack for him, but we will get a lot of special attack moves. Eventually, I would like to have Flamethrower and Psychic. Later, of course, not at level 5, that wouldn't make sense. But yes, so this is our starter. And now that I have my starter, let me save, because that took a moment. And after more than half an hour, we finally have the rival fight. The lab fight, as it is known. Let's have a battle to see how much stronger a Pokemon gets when it's fused with another one. Oh, you're about to see that, my boy. So I'm challenged by rival Jaden. He has a Shroomdom. I don't quite know the type of Shroomdom. Shroomish is grass, so it has grass. And Beldum is it Steel Psychic or Psychic Steel? So this is either Grass Psychic or Grass Steel. Well, I guess if it's Psychic, Bite is going to be super effective. So I think I'll Bite. Okay, it's Grasp Psychic. And there we go. Our little RKU is level 6. And I defeated my rival Jaden. I don't believe it! How could my cool fused Pokemon lose? I mean, I have a cooler, also fused Pokemon. This Pokemon is completely worthless. I mean, you're kind of right, yes. I'll find some better ones. Anyway, I'm off to collect gym badges. Smell you later. There is a Monster Hunter game for the phone now. It plays like Pokemon Go. I know you told me about it. You didn't say it plays like Pokemon Go. That is intriguing. I might have to look into it after the stream, because, I don't know, it could be fun to have my little monsters. Maya, before you leave, could you please do me a favor? I need you to pick up a parcel at Viridian City's Pokemart for me. It's just down the road, but I forgot to pick it up earlier. So now you say, hey, you have the teleporter. That's cheating, you can go anywhere. No, I need to have been there at least once. able to teleport there. So I still need to go to Viridian City. But first, let's go say goodbye to Mom. Not interested in a phone Monster Hunter game at this time. Oh, did you look into it already? It's awesome that you're finally becoming a trainer, bro. Oh Maya, your Pokemon look tired. Rest here while they recover. I just lost 2 PP. I don't... Did I lose health? Maybe I did, I don't remember. Take care of yourself, sweetie. Hey Maya, Jaden told me not to give you this map, so here you go. Oh, little brothers. Now I have the map. Hope you find it useful. Oh, hi Maya. What's that nickname you like to call my son again? Your son is Jaden, so you can change the name of the rival, that's cool. Oh yes, I remember, Jaden, that's a good one. It's just his name. We'll have fun. Well, have fun on your journey, Maya, and make sure to come back and visit us in Pallet Town once in a while. It's kind of interesting, though, that you can rename the rival if you want. Give me my potion. Hi, I work at Pokemart. At a Pokemon Mart. It's a convenient shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. Here, have a sample. A grass mail. Yeah, right, it's randomized, so it's not a potion. Maya, you goof. Is that gonna be our first official battle? No. Hey, you're a Pokemon trainer? I'm a new trainer too. We should have a Pokemon battle each other. Okay. We should have our Pokemon battle each other to make them stronger. That's what Pokemon trainers do when they meet. So it is a battle. But I had to talk to her, so that's good. I'm sorry, your little PG is probably not gonna be a good match for my arcade. You go for now. You'll try to come back a little later. If not, then you hope I'll have fun. Okay, well, have fun with whatever you're going to be doing until then, and hope to see you later. And if not, it's all right. Thank you for stopping by. Wow, your Pokemon looks like a total powerhouse. Thank you. Isn't it the cutest? Oh, I love this fusion. It's probably my favorite fusion of the game. Which is why I wanted my starter to be that. Alright, what am I gonna get? X attack, I don't care. Ooh, I should put the battle mode on set real quick. Hello, Vulpix. Bye-bye, Vulpix. So, one of the first... battle type, 1v1, battle effects on, battle style on set already. Wow. So yeah, one of the 2 Pokemon I can get on Route 1 is Vulpix. Fusing Pokemon is a lot of fun. You can learn all sorts of things about it at the Pokemon Academy. Should use a Poké Center. So, I believe it's when you enter the Poké Center that you... that your destination gets set for when you wipe out, but... Oh yeah, and this is not a Nuzlocke. If I wipe out, I don't care, I can go at it again. You trade a Bellsprout for Spearow. No, I don't have a Spearow. But it's not gonna be a Bellsprout. But yeah, that's not a Nuzlocke. But... because I like to have a few rules for myself to make things a bit more interesting. One of those rules that I'm using is level caps, and the other rule will be only 1 Pokemon per route. Like I did with the Black and White Soul Link with Jaden, 1 Pokemon per route, but I get to choose which one. Pokemon centers are so convenient for trainers like me. The update man. Never mind. I don't need an update. Hello, Pokemart. You need to stock up on healing items and shit. I don't even know if we'll have healing items. Hello, how can I help you? A parcel for Professor Oak? Yes, of course, I've got it right here. So I obtained the Oak's parcel. As a part of a special promotion, we're giving out free DNA splicers with every parcel delivery, so here you go. And I got a splicers. DNA splicers are the hot new product. They're selling like hotcakes. Oh, I'm not even allowed to buy anything. I just need to pick that up and go back. Well, no, that's not what I want to do. Which button is it? Interesting. Interesting. I registered. Oh, and I can't play with those options from here. Okay, so the teleporter is registered, but I don't even know how to... Oh, okay, I press on that. Alright. So teleport to where? The only place I can, which is Pallet Town. And this is something that I'll be doing to save time. Why is the game going fast? Probably one of... Ah, that's the button. Okay, it's back to the normal. So there's a button to accelerate. That's convenient. Oh Maya, how is my old Pokemon doing? Well, it seems to like you a lot. Thank you. What, you have something for me? I delivered a parcel. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. And I can see they gave you some DNA splicers as well. How convenient. But of course, you'll need a second Pokemon before you can use it. Here. I already did, thank you. I'll give you some Pokeballs so you can catch some Pokemon to try it on. You can always unfuse your Pokemon if you don't like the result, of course. So I obtained 5 rare candies, put the rare candies away. There's also another thing. I forgot to give you your Pokédex before you read it out earlier, so I get the Pokédex. I already gave my grandson his before he left. The Pokédex automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. There are now over 175,000 species of Pokemon thanks to Pokemon Fusion, so I cannot possibly expect you to complete it. But you should still try to catch as many different species as you can. Now go, your journey to the Pokemon League starts now. And when I say, by the way, that there are fusions for every 2 Pokemon, like, you can fuse, for example, Squirtle with Charmander, right? And you can fuse Charmeleon with Wartortle, and Charizard with Blastoise. But you can also fuse Charizard with Wartortle, Charizard with Squirtle, and you could even fuse Charmander with another Charmander. So yeah, the number of Pokemon you can have in this game is insane, and I am not gonna try to complete this Pokédex. No, thanks. If you want to do that, good job. This is a work of a lifetime. So we got all of this. Now another thing, while we're in the rules or stuff, another thing that I want to do with the debug tool. So those are not items that I will be using in battles, but what I will basically debug in an infinite amount of full restores. Not an infinite, but as many full restores as I can. The reason why I'm doing that is to be able to heal without having to always backtrack to full restores. As many as possible. And some full heals as well. So this way I can heal without having to always go back to the Poké Center, just avoiding more backtracking, but I will not allow myself to use those items in battle because I cheated them in. While I'm here, I'll also give myself the rare candies. Shouldn't be too long. So all the rare candies. And oh, I think it was in the M. The max elixir, I think, is what gives you all of your PPs back. I think. So I'll go with that. Oh, and yeah, catching Pokemon is not my favorite thing to do. And the goal of this playthrough is not to spend time catching Pokemon, but to see cool fusions and experience the story. So, Master Balls is the other thing that I have. Why is there 2 Master Balls? I don't know. But I have Master Balls. So, catching won't be a problem now that we have the Pokeballs. And for this first route, who's gonna be our first Pokemon that we catch with those super shiny, cool Spinaco? Okay, so I know I said I didn't want fused Pokemon already when I did the randomizer thing, but in the base game there are also fusions. So let's say there's 2 or 3 Pokemon on a route. There's also the fusions of those Pokemon that can show up randomly. So I can get a Smeargle. Or not necessarily the fusion of all of them, but some fusions of those Pokemon. So what that tells me is there's probably a Trico and a Spinarak as well here. There's a Smeargle. Or is it just these 2? It might just be these 2. I'm gonna try a little bit. There's Nosepass. The amount of... I don't know the amount of Pokemon per route. I know there is more than in the base game. So there's not only 2 Pokemon as you could see. So Smeargle, Nosepass seem to be... I know we saw a Vulpix, but I already have a Fire Pokemon. So I might go for Smeargle. Alright, Smeargle seems to be wanting to come with us, so let's go Smeargle. This is gonna be our first Pokemon. Master Ball use. And our KU is level 8. Legit Master Ball, go! The other thing, when I say that I'm gonna be using level caps, I do plan on respecting the level caps, but if I over level by not trying to do anything, by just playing through the game, and just fighting the trainers that are on the way, I'm not gonna complain about it and fine, the game had me arrive there higher level. But if I'm under leveled, then I will use the rare candies. And thank you Lopover, Eopover, for the follow. I'm glad that you enjoy what I'm doing enough to follow me. I hope that you are doing well, and oh shit, I didn't actually want to give a name. Well, you know, I'm gonna give it a name. To commemorate this follow. So, welcome in the party, Yopover. So this was our Route 1 Pokemon. Let's run. And yeah, so what I was talking about earlier is referred to as soft level caps. If I'm under the cap, then I'll bring myself to it. If I'm above the cap, then whatever, I'm above. Of course, if I end up being like 10 levels above the cap, maybe I'll try not to use that Pokemon, so our over-leveled starter, and I will instead use the other Pokemon that I have that are at the cap, that I will bring up to the cap. So our starter is probably the only one that will be over-leveled at any point. if the over leveling happens at all. So now that I did the thing, can I buy stuff? There's someone new. Hello, you must be Maya. I've received a gift for you. Here you go. A Chinchu. No nickname for the Chinchu. Have a nice day. Why do I get the random free Chinchu? I mean, because it's randomized, it's probably not a Chinchu. I don't even remember what it is usually, but okay. So they sell Pokeball, Grassmail, and DNA Splicers. Oh, Pokeball and DNA Splicers might not be randomized because they are important. So are the potions going to be randomized or not? They are. So I have a Whippear Berry, a stick, or a claw fossil. The claw fossil of an ancient Pokemon that lived in the sea appears to be part of a claw. So that's for Anorith. Okay, and a stick that can be held by Farfetch. Nothing interesting. That's the school. I don't remember if there's anyone... Oh yeah, there's Fairy type. Yeah, and in this game, Pokemon that usually evolve by trading actually evolve at level 40 instead. There's a wiki for this game. Thank you. Learning stuff is boring, you just want to battle. Legit. Fused Pokemon learns move from both Pokemon isn't that great. It is, and they also evolve. The half example, I fuse a Pidgey with a Rattata. At level 12, one of the two halves will evolve. And then the other one at level 13, because I think they both evolve on level 12, if I remember right. No, one is 16, so at 12 one evolve and 16 the other. I don't remember what level they evolve, whatever. Welcome to the Pokemon Academy. Would you like to learn about Pokemon Fusion? No thank you. Would you like to learn about Pokemon Fusion? No thank you. Would you like to learn about Pokemon Fusion? Okay, fine. What do you want to learn? Nothing. Oh, did I suffluck? Knowledge is very important to become a good trainer. Why did you ask me that 3 times in a row? Are you okay? Oh, I see. Alright, so let's go this way. You're a trainer, you should go to the Pokemon League to test your abilities. Indeed I should, but there is a battle with the rival here. And I don't know, I think it's level 9 or 10 or something. I'm probably not at the level for the battle. I didn't even look at what I just got. I just got some rare candies, I believe, if I have above the amount of possible rare candies. Or another Grassmail. Okay. Well, I guess I'll see with this trainer if I'm at the level. Check this out, I got these 2 Pokemon and fused them together using DNA Splicers. Oh, and I forgot to look whenever I was leveling up if I should have learned the move. Yeah, I should have learned Ember and Leer. So I guess I'll do that. After. I don't want Leer, but I do want Ember. So after this fight, I'll go learn Ember. Spear G. So Spearow and Pidgey. That's literally the same Pokemon, but like in 2 times. And now level 9, there is nothing, it's level 10 that the next move is learned. Okay. Talk to trainers after battling them, they'll often offer to have a rematch, or to trade you some of their Pokemon. And others will just give you freebies like this. Oh! Right, so talking to the trainers is important. RKU, let me debug in your move. So this is the sad part, or the not interesting part of having the Arcanine already. This is why I would have preferred to have the Growlithe, but there was no custom sprite. But it's okay, so I'll teach Ember. Amber, as soon as I find it. Here we go. Yes, I know. I will get rid of reflect type. I don't think that I'll be using that. And I will go in the move list. Put Ember first. Bite here, pound, and roar. Alright, our little boy, or our little girl, I guess, is starting to take shape. A white apricorn. What is even that? Bag? White apricorn. A white apricorn, it doesn't smell like anything. What am I supposed to do with it? Give? It's an L, the item, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so what are the Pokemon around here? So there's a Spinarak. Apom? Is that custom Apom sprite or is it Apom fused with Apom? Delibird. Out of all of these, I already have Smeargle that is normal. I guess Spinarak is a bug Pokemon, so can have some interesting fusions. Fletchling. Fletchling is a flying Pokemon, so can also have interesting fusions. I think Fletchling is, for now, the most interesting one. I just want to see... I mean, I've seen 3 of them. I don't know how many there are. But I'll keep looking just a little bit, because I've seen those fast, and I want to see if there is something else. Piplup with Pawniard? Okay. But I do not want to catch a fused Pokemon. That make things a little bit faster. Pippins. So Piplup and Ekans. Metapod. Yeah, so far Fletchling is probably the most interesting one. Would allow us to give the flying type to someone else. Because I don't want a mono fire team. Okay, I'll catch Fletchling. So bag, Pokeball, Master Ball. Totally legitly acquired Master Ball. No, I don't want to give a nickname to Fletchling. And after doing this, this will be the end of the first video. So I know this video didn't have a lot, it was mostly setting and explaining what this run will be. The next video should be a bit more content, if I can say it like that. For Twitch, stay here, I'm not ending the stream, just the recording of this first video. For YouTube, then, I hope that you will have a good day, a good evening, or a good night, depending on when you see this, and also that you enjoyed this video and that you're looking forward to the next one, which should be in a few days for you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.